Hey guys, welcome to Seeds Move Mountains. This is our June 2020 garden update, and I want to show you how everything is growing. For those of you that don't know, that haven't seen our other videos, we're in Colorado, and it just now started getting warm, like into the 90s. 93, 94, I think we're at 94 degrees today. So we got a challenge because this is a very arid climate. And that means you got to water a lot throughout the day when it's that hot, and especially if there's any kind of wind, because it just dries things out. But things are growing like crazy. Check it out and let me show you what we have. But before I do that, if you haven't yet, subscribe to Seeds Move Mountains, and we're going to show you all of our content and our journey toward being a more sustainable lifestyle, to having a more sustainable lifestyle. So check it out. Let me grab that camera. All right, so let's start here with our tomato bed. Look at these guys. These are huge. When you saw them last month, they were about this tall. Now they are much taller. Growing up here in this rack that we set up for them, and you can see they are flowering. These are all heirloom tomatoes, all grown organically, 100% organic, zero fertilizer in our garden, all growing with compost. Now this guy that's shorter was a replacement. We lost one of these in a windstorm, so that's a replacement guy. And look what we have here. Focus, there we go. Look, we are setting fruit. Beautiful, beautiful sign. We got some more flowers that have matured right here, and they will be setting fruit here shortly. Also in this bed we have our herbs, various different kinds of herbs. They are growing very well. And if you are new to our channel, you can see the drip emitter irrigation that we have, all automatic irrigation. Makes life really easy, no overhead watering for us. Basil growing really well. And this guy, you can see right here, I don't know if you can see it so well, but got a couple tomatoes setting right there. So we are well in our way into production. So very, very exciting. Let me show you our second bed of tomatoes. You can see these guys setting fruit. Look at those guys, very beautiful, still getting lots of flowers. And then here we have a lot of radish in this bed. We've been getting a huge production of radish now for quite a while. Really good stuff. Oh, you can see this guy right here. Look at that guy right there. Beautiful radish coming. So we're getting radish every single day, and pretty soon we're going to get tomatoes every single day. We are excited. We cannot wait. Let's keep going to the back here. Well, actually, let me take you back up here. Now we just planted up this bed again. We have a whole bunch of lettuce that's going to be coming up here shortly. We just planted because we harvested here, and now we got lettuce coming. We're trying to use every square inch of these raised beds. You can see carrots coming up here, lots of them. You can see we got these greens coming up. Super excited about all of this. Check out this bed. We have lined the sides of it with radish. And then of course you can see, we've got collards, we've got cabbage coming up. Everything is really, really taking off. It's really an exciting time. And then of course, strawberries. We're getting strawberries every single day. Some of them are a little bit small. We did have a pretty decent dry out here. I'll show you the evidence of the dry out. You can see this guy dried out pretty good, but he's back to life now. Had a little bit of a irrigation malfunction while we were out of town. But we're back without any problems. Putting out lots and lots of strawberries now, so we're really excited about that. And then this is the main lettuce bed. And we've been using the cut and come again method. So we cut off the lettuce. We don't harvest entire heads. We cut out what we need. And you can see here some of these rows have been cut to maturity, so we're getting ready to replant these. But the rest of these, we just selectively prune them out, selectively trim out what we need. From the kale, spinach, a couple different kinds of lettuce, selectively prune out what we need, and they keep on producing. They'll do that for quite a while. You can get a bunch of cuts, a bunch of harvests from them, and eventually you get to a point where you've cut them down too woody and they don't come back anymore. You know it's time to pull them up and then replant. This bed as well here. A trick we learned, marigolds, we've planted those in our different beds. Help keep insects away. It's a big plus. So you can see this bed, everything is just getting huge, huge, huge. Really nice. And let's continue back here. We got our peas coming up. We're gonna have to tie those guys up here in just a little bit, but they're gonna go up, all the way up onto this rack system here. So those guys are taking off. And then over here, since you saw these last, the cucumbers are getting huge now. So very exciting. This is the time they're just going to take off growing, and we're going to get these guys right up here onto this, and they're going to climb right up on this rack. We've done this for years, and it does great for them. And then this bed's kind of a jungled up mess, kind of, it looks like. These are beets, and they are enormous. Let me see if I can show you one in here. They're really growing bigger than we had anticipated. Let's see if you can see here. We have a beet forming in the bottom of this guy, and you can tell, I mean, this is a gorgeous plant. The leaves you can eat, obviously the beet you can eat. We've been doing a lot of juicing lately with lettuce, with the leaves from the radish, leaves from beets, and it's really just good stuff. You can see the peppers here. These are, we've got different types of peppers growing in here, but the beets are taking over. You can see we kind of tried to squeeze as much as we could in here, but the beets are actually outgrowing everything. So we're going to trim a couple beet leaves off to make room for these peppers to get some more sunlight. But you can see the peppers, a little wilty from today because, like I said, we hit 94 degrees, but they are blooming, and the sun is going down now, so they're going to get water here in just a little bit, and they'll be doing just fine. I just wanted to show you one other area. I wanted to show you how our compost is going, because this is the food for this garden. We've done a whole video on composting, a couple videos on composting, because I think it's really important. This is the soil that we're going to use, the compost we're going to use next year. This bed will definitely be ready. This maybe ready next year, maybe the year after, not really sure. And then this is the stuff that's brand new here. We got everything. You can see the stuff that we have used through our juicer, any clean paper sources we have, like any napkins we use for dinner. We know it's a clean source of paper, so we put those in there as well. And even a loaf of bread that kind of went bad when we were out of town. Homemade bread, hate throwing it away, but better it goes to compost than in the trash can. So I'm going to take all that stuff, turn all these compost beds. But wanted to give you an update of where we're at. And I'll tell you what, we are really excited about the way everything is growing. And you know what? We're going to have a surprise visitor to our garden, a surprise addition to our garden on an upcoming video. A really cool food producing plant. You're not going to want to miss it. Thanks a lot. Thanks for checking out Seeds Move Mountains. We will see you guys next time. Thank you very much, and grow what you eat. It's so much better.